will have shore leave in China.
So when we go on board, what we basically look for is we'll have a crew list that's been printed off the customs systems, and we'll check the passports and the seaman's books.
Is that you, is it? Let me have a look. Yeah, that's you. Thanks, mate.
In the Melbourne office, we can see over 800 to 1,500 clients per day just coming through the doors.
It's always constantly moving, and there are a lot of people that come into the office every day. Also, you deal with quite emotional clients all the time.
Welcome to National, this is Gabby. How can I help you?
It's a really vital service that we provide with the emergency calls and the emergency agencies.
What language are you after? Okay, you've got the person with you?
Just go over what I said to you guys before.
During the course of our business, we've come across quite a number of employers that have hired people who are unlawful or do not have the correct reason to be working.
Of course, safety is number one. Safety of staff, safety of clients.
So you haven't travelled outside of Australia in 10 or 12 years?
Last year, we received somewhere in the vicinity of 55,000 items of correspondence addressed to the Minister.
9 o'clock, we're off to Parliament House to deliver the documents, which are in the little black briefcase. Pick up anything they've got to come back.
Hey, Simon, how are you?
We go out and interview the clients when they first come into detention.
If he's not granted a visa and he has to go home, can they provide him some sort of support or meeting at the airport?
Yes.
About 11,000 passengers enter and leave this terminal each day, which sees about 4.2 million passengers a year.
There is no such a typical day at the airport. A day at the airport can be very hectic. It can also be a normal day, an ordinary day.
We have a pretty tough job at times, and our people do a pretty tough job in pretty tough circumstances all over the world. And bits like this in the job really make it enjoyable, and it's a very positive experience.
I came from a social policy background, so it was always I was always keen to work in multicultural affairs and settlement.
This area has one of the highest job satisfaction rates because it's really about seeing people, these resilient people, make a whole new life for themselves.
I think, once you have a look around, you'll see quite a few empty desks in here today, and that is because people are out in the community.
The team are very proud of the work they do, but they're very busy and they're very industrious, and whether it's rain, hail or shine, out they go to the detention centre and start asking us questions.
I've definitely learnt a lot, about different languages and stuff. Even just the hello in different languages, that's been interesting.
We do deal with medical evacuations, we deal with stowaways. Every now and then we'll get a deserter. I've dealt with a yacht sinking at sea, and people had to be helicoptered into the Australian immigration zone. We also have distressed seafarers that need to be helicoptered in. So every day is completely different. You don't know what the next telephone call is going to bring you.
One of the most difficult things is the confronting nature of locating people and then making a decision on what we're going to do with them, and that we are dealing with people's lives.
Sometimes you've got to give them bad feedback, or you have to tell them that their visa is going to be refused. So it's not always happy news that you give clients, so it can be difficult. But on the other hand, there's also good stories which you can extend a visa for a client so they can spend more time with their family.
I sense that sort of the final part of the journey for people who come into Australia, become residents and become citizens. It's a real joy to offer that to people and sharing it with the whole community.
To see people who have survived so much, to be able to come here and start fresh and build a life somewhere where they're not afraid they're going to be shot or, killed, it's pretty amazing.